So that's what we would do with the yellow, that color. Now the distributor color. Okay, this one's a little bit more tricky because I think that people are really weary about calling someone up and pitching the business. But you got to do it.
And you've always said you got to know their need, want, or hate.
Yes, same thing. So you're going to go through that distributor list, and you're going to do the same thing you just did with the customer list, but now this is probably going to be more what monetarily are they looking for. That's usually how it starts, but not always. It could be somebody that just wants to get out of the house. I know when I was doing this, one of the people I was thinking about, she just was bored, and I knew that she would probably want to get out and be a part of something. So you just kind of have to know what that thing is, and if you listen to the people around you, they complain all the time.
Complaining.
They are.
Yeah, about something.
Yeah. So if you're hearing somebody say, my car just broke down, I have no idea how we're going to fix it. We're just down to one car. Okay, that's the reason you're calling. You're not calling to get them to sign as a distributor. You're calling because you have a solution to them fixing their car. You have a friend that says, I can't stand my boss. If I have to go there one more day, I'm about to kill myself. Okay, well, guess what? They don't have to kill themselves because you have a solution to their problem with it works. So I want you to do the same thing you did with the customers. I want you to write down next to their name what their want, need, or hate is. Maybe they want to go on vacation. Maybe all they've done is talk about, I've never been able to take a vacation with my family. Vacation, car fixed, whatever that is next to their name.
Stay at home with their kids.
Yeah. It could be anything. Just listen. Be in tune. Because if you really listen, everyone you know around you complains about something. And that's kind of the whole back to the customer thing. You know, if you got somebody complaining, I'm fat all the time, that's the person you call. You know how you're saying you're fat all the time? Guess what? I found a magic pill. Literally a magic pill, pretty much. So it's just knowing what they want. Now, the people that you do not know what their want, need, or hate is, kind of go into the green pile. It kind of goes into back. Now it's kind of also going into the pile, the color green you made with the people that you need to reconnect with. You may see people all the time, but maybe you just haven't paid attention and know what their thing is. You might just not know what their, maybe they're not a big complainer. So it's going to take you a little bit of time to kind of dig through to listen to the subtle things or the right time. Because what I am saying about the 100's list is that it's not always the right time. You don't want to take your list and the very day you sign, call everyone on the list and exceed your whole 100's list and then not have a plan. That you have to have a plan. You have to know what people want, and you don't want to approach everybody at once because this is about timing. It's timing for most people.
It is.
So sometimes you may have somebody that you know would be great at this, but let's say that they like their life. Really, you don't have an in. You don't really know what to say. That person, you might want to start just dropping subtle hints, just about what's going on with you. The pull.
Pull them in.
It's about the pull, not the push.
What it's done for you, what it works has done for you, lifestyle, products.
And how you're helping other people with it. That kind of stuff, for sure. So there's some people that it's just not the right time. But there's some people that, let me tell you what, I know for sure this business is growing so fast. And one thing you don't want to do is sit on great people. You need to get to them before someone else does. And even my thought process is, even if you do sound crazy, let's say that you have people in other cities and states that are on your list, because that's very probably going to be the case. Call them. I don't care if you know their want, need, or hate. That's where I break the want, need, or hate rule. Call them and be the first bug in their ear. Because
and all you got to say is, have you heard about this out there yet?
Yeah, that's it. That's your in. You call them up and say, I know this is going to sound a little bit crazy, but have you heard of the crazy wrap thing? And they're going to go, what? And you're going to go, the crazy wrap thing. It's a cloth, and you put it from your nose, and this is what happens. They're going to go, no, but what is it? You have to do it. Because even if they think you're nuts, even if they think, she says she's going to be rich off this patch, they may think that. I had people that thought that. But I promise you this, once they start seeing it come in their area, once they start seeing you're not crazy, they're going to call you back. They're going to call you.
They're going to want it.
And if you didn't reach out, there's your chance of opening a whole city or a state. So I like to say, if somebody's in a different city, state, or country, be the first bug in their ear. They may think you're crazy, but believe me, they heard it. And once they start seeing it, they're going to call you back. They're going to say, I just saw that, or I just heard of it.
They always do.
They do. They always do.
And sometimes you got to remember, it takes people like 6-7 times. to
It does.
see it before they even want to try it.
Oh my gosh.
Hear about it.
They say it takes the average person 7 times to see something before they actually get it.
Yeah.
So that's what I tell people, you know, at expos. I'm like, who cares if there's 10 tables at that expo? Because guess what? It's another time that somebody else is going to see it. And maybe you hit them in the grocery store the 7th time.
Right.
And I don't know how many salons I've walked into that they've told me 5 other people have walked in here, and all of a sudden they were ready to listen to me.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Sometimes it's timing. It could have been the day the salon owner just got the letter saying you owe taxes.
Well, just like we walked into a salon, and she was like, this is so weird. I'm never at the front desk. She said, I never talk to salespeople. She said,
she did. It was crazy.
And you even said,
I said to her, why did you talk to us? And she was like, well, because what impressed her was we said, we'll wrap you right now.
Yeah.
Like, we wanted to show her this product, show her that it worked, but it was like, timing. She doesn't talk to, it was complete and utter timing, and that's how this business works. So that's why you got to revisit people. So you take in your 100's list, you're highlighting those people, and now you're green people. So what do we do with all these green people that you've highlighted? The people that you don't talk to, you haven't seen in forever, somebody that you wrote down a name in grade school. What do we do? Facebook's good, but don't get in front of Facebook jail. So a good way to do this is because you got a lot going on when you first start this business. You're trying to book parties, you're trying to follow the first 3 steps, you're trying to make sure you get 4 customers, you're trying to get distributors, you're trying to watch the videos and plug yourself in. But here's the thing. Every day, if you could just take every day 5 minutes and pick 2 people from that list who are not on your Facebook and find them. Message them, request them as a friend, and say, oh my gosh, this is crazy, but I had a dream about you last night, and I thought, well, I wonder how she's doing. Just anything. That's it. You're not going to pitch your business. You're not going to say a word about what you do. You're going to say nothing. All you're doing is reconnecting. You're not selling anything right now. You're just reconnecting with someone. If you take 2 people a day off your list and do that, do you know what's going to happen? What's going to happen, Ange?
You're going to get reacquainted. You're probably going to go to lunch. They're probably going to see your post
and even
about
if
it.
They didn't. What we're doing the poll though.
The poll.
Because they're going to start seeing your posts every day.
Yeah.
And
which is another point. Post every day.
Yes.
About it.
We're going to talk about that in a minute too. You pull people in because, yeah, you connected. Maybe you say, how many kids do you have now? And what's the second thing you do also when you just reconnect with someone? Oh my gosh, how are you? It's been so long. So what's going on with you? Do you have any kids? Where are you working? Those things come up. Oh yeah, I've got 5 kids and I sell this patch that people see results like this and send them a picture in 45 minutes.
There you go.
You know, it could be anything.
Boom.
And even if they're not interested now though, guess what they're going to start doing? They're going to start seeing the lifestyle change and things happen on your page. And at the same time, every time you're requesting 2 new people a day, guess what's happening? Your Facebook is opening up and opening up and opening up, and now.
Well, I'll tell you, I didn't have a Facebook page when I started in this business. I started it strictly because of it.
It works.
I have 2,100 and some friends.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And most of yours have come from blitzing
Yep.
and connecting with people that she looks for people on Facebook.
Yep.
Like I said, don't do 20 a day because you're going to get thrown in Facebook.
I've been thrown in jail.
Me too.
3 times.
It's worth it. Every time. It was worth it. Jail was not that bad.
The 30 days wasn't, but.
No. Yeah, the first time's only 10, so watch out. So there's your list. And do you see how that's never going to end? Because you keep adding people, you keep pulling them in, and you know what's crazy is I've pulled people in, I've done that, just what I told you guys, and I've had people 2 years in, 3 years in. I had somebody 2 weeks ago that I added, just like I told you, how I pulled them in was I contacted them, I had a dream about you, and you popped in my head, I wonder, how is she doing? She's been watching for 2.5 years and just contacted me and said, I want to know more about this. That's what this is about. You're going to need it now. You're going to need it in 2 years. You're going to need it in 5. You're going to need it in 10. Whenever it is their time, you're going to need it because you're going to be in this business forever. So you're always going to need those leads. So that's what I love about the 100's list. You keep it simple. It's easy.
It's always growing.
And it gives you something to do. I have built my whole business through that 100's list, and then, of course, blitzing. And that's the other thing. Blitzing and building your business. You know, another way to add to that Facebook is by getting their information. I love what you do when you're out blitzing and you say, Are you on Facebook right now?
Yeah.
I
get their profile picture and their whole name on Facebook. And
they give it to you.
And I tell you, that lady that I blitzed 3 years ago, I wouldn't have signed her.
Everybody wants more friends, right?
Right. But I wouldn't be signing her next week if I wouldn't have found her on Facebook.
Yeah.
So, Facebook is huge. Huge, huge, huge.
It is. Utilize it. And that's also a way to grow your 100's list. Because what I actually do is if I have somebody start liking my post or inquiring, I write their name down on that list. I add it to that list because I know they're watching. So now we've kind of shared with you how to utilize this 100's list. And like I said, it's always going to be growing, changing. You're going to mark a lot of those people off because they're already signed into your business. But it's it's something that can, put it this way, you could work on your 100's list for 1 year just doing what I just said. For a year without running out of names. I'm telling you, you will not. Because it's a process. It's all a process. It's all about those little things you do over time adding up into big things. So do you have any more about the 100's list? Anything to add? I think we didn't leave anything out.
No.
Be organized with it. Dig into it. Don't wait. I mean, one of the first things I have a new distributor do is I even help them start it with Frank. I say, let's write down any friends you can think of, anybody related to your kids, anybody that's a neighbor, anybody that was a neighbor. I want them to start really racking their brain, and then I'll say, who can you think of in other cities, states, and countries? Because I think it's really important to reach out to those people because we know, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Since we've been here in Arizona, I think I've handed out 2 cards this whole time or talked to 2 people that said they had heard of it. And they hadn't even tried it. They just heard of it. And Arizona has
a lot of
people here. I mean, but there's 3 million people here. So you got to imagine that it's been in Toledo. I mean, really going hard for 3 years. That's when we signed. So obviously, even after 3 hard years and many distributors in Toledo, this is crazy, and I don't know if any of you guys know this, but in a 5-mile radius, there are 5 presidential diamonds and an ambassador diamond in 5 miles. In a place that only has 250,000 people in the city. This has 3 million people, and I think the highest rank here is a triple diamond. So, I mean, and even now in Toledo, I can walk out of my front door, about every 5th card, maybe every 5th, 6th card, somebody will go, I've heard of it, I tried it, or my friend sells it.
We're really just getting started.
Yeah.
I mean, it works as period.
Anywhere
in the country. So if you're thinking saturation,
it's not even a word. Like, I laugh when people say that because I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
Mary Kay is saturated.
That's saturated. This is not saturated. Yeah. So 100's list, your goal is going to be to start attacking it. And if you're an older distributor watching this video and you've never really known how to utilize it, start now. I mean, I know quite a few distributors that when I did Diamond in the Making that had been in the business and they're like, this is genius. I just needed a system for this. So utilize the system, work with it, reach out to people. And if you're really doing the system right, believe me, you have people you can reach out to. There's probably plenty of people that you need to reconnect with or that you even know what product they could use that you just haven't touched base with yet. And remember, you're offering them solutions. You're not pitching anything. You're not selling anything. All you're doing is saying, I have something that can help you. And people want to know about it. If they really want to change their situation, whatever that is, they're going to want to hear about it. So I guess that's
I do have one more thing. There's a memory jogger in the back office, in the document section.
Yes.
Frank is great. Friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and anything to do with their kids. But the memory jogger kind of breaks it down.
Yeah.
Very simple, like your car guy who does your oil change, and
you start thinking about those people, your mailman.
It's very specific, so that might help as well.
Yeah, get the memory jogger. That's a great idea. I forgot to mention that. So, and it's odd because you know how much talking I do. I can't believe I forgot to mention something.
Just okay, that's why I'm here.
All right, we love you guys. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope we helped you.
Bye.
Bye.